All right, so you just need a little bit of space. You guys are gonna root the left foot down. So that just means that's a foot connected to the ground. And just get this little forward lunge on the right leg, back on the right leg. So right leg goes forward, right leg goes back. Just kind of get used to that little rock step. So from the side, it just looks like this, forward to back. And just do a few of those to get used to that movement. And then you're gonna add a reach. So when you go forward, you're rounding the back over. When you step back, you're arching the back and reaching overhead. So a big step forward, round the back. Big step back, open up the chest. Go through 5 of each of those. So the most important thing here is spinal mobility. So as much as you can round the back over, arch the back to go back. And that should be 5-ish. And then switch legs. So now your right foot is rooted down. Left leg just goes forward to back. So just get that move down first. And it should just feel fluid. That foot that's rooted down, you're rocking onto the toe, and then going flat foot for that step back. And then add those same spinal movements. Forward lunge, forward reach, reverse lunge, arch the back. Go through 5 of those, as slow or fast as feels good. Really the idea is to just move the spine as much as you can, and it should feel like it gets easier as you keep going. 5-ish. All right, so from there, we're gonna work the hips. So that was mostly focused on the spine. Now hips. So super wide stance for the feet. You're only my feet are parallel. Later, we're gonna adjust how that toe is positioned. But for now, only the right knee bends and my right fingertips reach forward, and then left fingertips reach forward. So imagine your right foot is like on a balance beam and you can only reach out straight in front of those toes. So go through 5 of each of those. So you're really bending and straightening that knee 10 times. Right hand reaches forward, left hand reaches forward. That's the only thing that's changing. So as far as the lower half of the body is concerned, the same thing's happening. Upper half of the body is to change a little bit depending on which arm is reaching. And then you're doing the same thing to the other side. Bend the left knee, alternate which hand reaches forward. We're trying to get a big stretch through the inner thigh of the leg that's staying straight, and trying to warm up the ankle and knee and back and hip on that side that's bending. 10 of those. Nice job. All right. We're going to go back through all these again, but we're still in the 3rd exercise. They're going to be 4. So balancing on the left foot, right leg's going to come up quick, little pulse, back down. Go through 10 of those. You're just trying to come up quick, little pulse, back down. 10 of those. However high that leg feels comfortable going up, as long as the rest of your body isn't adjusting. So you shouldn't be leaning back to get the leg higher. If we couldn't see that leg that was moving, you wouldn't really even know anything was happening, all right? 10 of those, same leg over and over again. So we're just asking a lot out of that hip flexor. And then same thing on the other side. 10, forward leg, little pulse. Nice job. So you can keep the shoulders even, hips even, everything else is perfectly still. There's a little bend in that standing knee. So there's some kind of like fluid movement there. You're not rigid in the standing leg. Nice job. 10 of those. Perfect. All right, then you're gonna lay down. So get a little soft-ish spot. Laying down, legs straight out, arms straight over the head. Swing the arms so everything comes up into a tuck, everything goes back out. Swing the arms, tuck, extend. Just go through 10 of those. Exhale on the sit up, so you get a big breath out. You get a bit of oomph from that exhale. 10 of these, it should feel like a big stretch. Reach from your fingertips to the toes, tuck in. 10 total. Nice job. From there, you'll stay in this tuck. My feet are elevated. Hold on to one knee and extend one leg. And you're just doing these little lifts. This other leg is still lifted, so I'm just balancing on the hips. It should feel like a big effort in that hip flexor. 10 on one side, 10 on the other side. Tuck the knee, extend the leg. 10 little lifts. And then we'll go back through those 10 sit-ups. So everything will go straight out. Swing the arms, exhale, tuck to a pike, or to a little ball. Straight out, swing the arms, sit up, tuck. Big inhale when the arms are over the head, so fill up the belly. Big exhale when you come up, tight hold in that little ball. Nice job. We're doing a lot of hip stuff today. That's probably just because my run yesterday, my hips got tired. So you guys all have to suffer from extra hip work. All right, 10 of those, and then you'll stand back up slowly, and we're gonna go through all of that again, starting with those lunges. So left foot is rooted down, right leg's your mover. Start going into those lunges just forward to back. Get used to that movement first. You can go and do arms over the head, so you're in this streamlined position. Yep, biceps to the ears, head is just kind of in that window that the arms are making. And now we do frontal plane for the spine. So when my right leg goes forward, I'm gonna lean right. When my right leg goes back, I'm gonna lean left. So you're always leaning towards the leg that is out in front. Do 5 of those each way. It should feel like a big stretch of the rib cage for the obliques. Nice job. 5 of those each way. It's a little wobbly. Nice job. And then you'll switch sides. So switching sides will just look like this. Right foot gets rooted down. Left leg is now going forward to back. Just that little rock step. So when I'm stepping forward and back, I'm not leaning. Shoulders are staying above the hips and you're just sliding forward, sliding back. Arms above the head, so you're in that streamlined position. When you lunge forward with the left leg, you'll lean left. When you lunge back, you'll lean right. Makes sense? 5 of those, 5 each way, so you'll end up lunging 10 times. Nice job. Try to stay on that narrow plane. So you're really just leaning to the side, not leaning forward, not rotating. Nice job. Good. All right, then we'll go to hips. Super, super wide with the feet. We had parallel feet last time. So now you're gonna turn this foot, we'll go right foot first, way out to the side. So the knee goes with it, but my hips don't go with that foot, right? Pelvis is still forward. You just rotate that toe out. It's exactly the same. Right knee bends, right hand reaches forward, right knee bends, left hand reaches forward. So the only difference is now that that leg that you're bending has a big external rotation in the hip socket. But your hips, as far as your spine and pelvis are concerned, nothing's changed. It's just where the femur goes up into that pelvis has just turned out. So now the hip abductor and adductor have to work a little differently. So after you're done with 10 of those, back to parallel feet, turn out the other side, and same thing, 10 on that side. 10-ish, I never really count. If it feels really good, you can go for 12. If you hate it, you can do 8. I'll probably never notice. Nice job. So it should, again, feel like this big stretch. It should feel harder on the quad now to have that turn out. You're just not, you kind of deactivated the glutes and the hamstrings, so it's just quad that has to do all the work. All right, so now going to those leg lifts. So feet are together. Right leg's gonna raise up to the side, little pulse, and back down. Toes stay pointed forward. So imagine you have laser beams shooting out of your toes. The toes would be going straight forward towards the screen. And you should feel that isolated to that hip abductor. The abductor is responsible for pulling the leg out. 10 of those. Check that you're not leaning. I could get my leg higher if I leaned, but then this other leg that's supposed to be passive is doing all the work. 10 of those. And then same thing on the other side whenever you're ready. 10 on the other side. Little bend in that standing knee, so don't ever lock it out. Better to rely on the muscles for that than just a straight skeleton. You should feel that just isolated to the outside of the hip. It's like you can get some momentum to take that leg up, but then to ask it to go up again, that hip is like all that's gonna work is that abductor. Little pulse. Nice job. 10 of those and then lay back down. All right, so back to these legs out, arms overhead. This time when you come up, you're just gonna do a little twist to the left. So I'm here, twist left, everything goes out, sit up, twist left. So like I'm trying to bring my left knee to my right tricep. 10 of those. Yeah, so it's the same as the other one. You're just coming up, tuck, rotation. Yeah, perfect. Everything extends, everything twists. Nice job. Twist. 10 of these. It's important to get the breathing going. Control the breath. Use it to your advantage. When you're done with those 10, you're gonna hold that rotation to the left, if you can see me. So hold the rotation to the left, and you're just gonna extend and bend the knees. Just 10 little bitty knee tucks. So you're holding that rotation left and just doing this little extension of the legs. Nice job. All right, and then you're gonna do the same 2 things on the other side. So, my crowd is not happy about this. Arms overhead, legs straight out. Swing the arms, sit up, twist right. You can always do this with both feet flat and twist. If the hips are getting tired, you can extend both legs and just bring one knee in. So you can go both legs out, just tuck the right knee in. It's gonna be harder to pull both legs in and make that a true V up. It's a lot harder for the hip flexors, lower abs. 10 of these. Hang in there. Nice job, guys. And then you're gonna do that same thing where you're holding that right twist and just little extend. Like, how can I show you? Why do I always wear all black? I'm sure this helps. Little extension. You should feel that lower abs and hip flexors. Told you there's a lot of hips today. 10 of these. Nice job. Deep breath. And we're done. Just kidding. We're halfway. All right. So we're going back to those lunges. So starting on that left leg, little rock step forward, little rock step back. So just get used to that. That's just like a little active recovery. Should feel easy, should feel simple, smooth. It's like a little dance step. Nice job. All right, so this time arms are gonna be out in front, like zombie arms, but I like interlace my fingers. And you're gonna twist towards the leg that's out in front. So when I twist right, when I step forward, I'm twisting right. When I step back, I'm twisting left. So whatever leg is in front, you're twisting to that direction. 5 of those each way, so it's 10 twists. Spine is straight up and down. Nice job. All right, going to the other side now. Right foot rooted down. Left leg just does that little step forward to back. Just that little rock step, vertical spine. Nice job. Arms straight out. And then same idea, big rotation. Step left, twist left. Step back with the left leg and twist right. Twist left, twist right. Forward lunge on that left leg, twist you left. Reverse lunge, twist right. 5 of those each way. Nice job. All right, after this, we're going back to hips. Super wide stance for the feet. Now, rotate that toe in. So the leg does not love this position. But now we're turning on the glutes and less on the quad. So my right toe is pointed just about as far in as I can get it without twisting my pelvis with it, okay? Same thing's happening. I'm reaching forward with the right hand, forward with the left hand. And that hip is just jutting out to the side. Like I'm trying to like sit down. So now this should feel like it's a lot of glute and hip. Glute and hamstring are your decelerators, or what's responsible for stopping you on the down and then pushing you back up. Quads are responsible for the deceleration when you're running downhill. But for this kind of thing, glutes and hamstrings are responsible to return you back to up. 10 of those. And then from there, I just straighten that foot back out. So now my feet are parallel. Turn that other leg in as much as you can with that toe turned in. And it's the same thing. Bend the knee, reach forward. Bend the knee, reach forward. 10 of those, just 5 on each side. Nice job. Perfect. All right. So from here now, feet together, okay? If the left foot's rooted down, the right leg's gonna be your mover. You're kicking that leg up, little pulse, back down. This is the hardest one to avoid leaning forward, because I could get that leg really high if I lean forward. I almost have to actively think about pulling the shoulders back so that I don't do that to just help the leg. The body's really smart, and it's always gonna try to find ways to help you do this move better, because your brain's saying, we're just trying to get the leg up. The body's like, you can get the leg a lot higher, you just lean forward. So we're not being the most effective movers right now. We're trying to isolate the weak muscles that don't get focused on. 10 of those, and then same thing on the other side. Right foot's rooted down, left leg's your mover, little lift, pulse, back down. It should feel like it's just that glute. You can like dig your fingers into the glute and feel how much it fires, like how tight that muscle has to get. 10, sorry, music, language, Spotify. I guess there are children in the room. My mom's in the room. Nice job. All right, 10 of those, and then lay back down. Yay. Nobody loves these. All right, so this one we're gonna start sitting up. Tuck the knees in. When you extend the legs, you're bringing the left elbow down to the ground. Everything tucks back up. Extend the leg. Left elbow goes down to the ground. That makes sense? Tuck, extend, twist. Tuck. It's easier than it looks. I think it's easier than the sit-ups. Tuck, extend, twist. Tuck. You go to the left side every time. Knee tuck, extension, twist. Knee tuck, extend the legs, twist. Nice job. All right, from there, you're gonna hold that rotation, hold the legs out, and you're just doing 10 little flutter kicks. So the left elbow, I'm kind of resting it on the ground a little. 10 for each leg, keep them as straight as you can. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. Knee tuck, twist right, extend the legs. Knee tuck, twist right, extend the legs. 10 of those. Nice job. We should just call this abs class. Mostly abs. Knee tuck. I'm wondering how many more I can do.
It's core to mobility, right?
Nice job. After that 10th one, you're holding that rotation to the right. 10 little flutter kicks. Nice job. Ugh. Okay, done with that sequence. That's the good news. All right, so now standing up, we're gonna work on just balance and back of the leg. So all new stuff, forget everything you've done. We already did 3 rounds of all of that. Balance on the left leg. We've done this kind of stuff before. You're gonna try to reach both fingertips as far forward as you can, closer to the balancing toes, and back up. So it's like a double reach. Forward reach as far forward as you can, closer to the feet, and back up. And you don't have to touch the ground. You can go forward, closer to the knee, back up. So your ability to actually get the fingertips down to the ground is not important. It's just that the back of my leg has to fire more if I take my arms away from that center of gravity, and then it's easier to come back up. Go through 10 of those. It should feel pretty fluid. It's like a little pulse at the bottom. Forward reach, a little reprieve to the toes and back up. Go through 10 of those. Before you switch sides, we're gonna do something for the outside of the hip. We've done a lot of like inside stuff. So I was balancing on my left leg. Ooh, I was. Balance on the left leg. Tuck the right leg, okay? Arms over the head. And you're gonna lean towards the left Go down, come back up. We're just trying to go deeper into what we did earlier and back up. This should feel like really dramatic for that hip and a big stretch basically from the lat all the way to the outside of that right hip. So I'm leaning towards my left leg is out in front, right leg is just tucked. Nice job. A lot of hips. Perfect. All right, when you're done with those 10, we'll do those same 2 things on the other side. So you'll balance on the right leg. Forward reach as far forward as you can. Bring the fingertips back to the toes and all the way back up. So you're here, forward reach, closer to the toes, back up. Forward reach, to the toes, return. So it's important you come all the way back up each time. I talk about neutral a lot. Neutral is shoulders stacked over the hips, hips even, shoulders even. It's important to correct all the way back up because then otherwise your body just gets used to that like almost back to evenness. And what we're trying to do is strengthen the body's ability to correct so that you don't end up with like dropped hips, weak back, whatever at the end of a run, then you're in good shape. All right, right foot will be rooted down, left leg tucks back behind you, arms over the head, bend the knees, lean right, come back to neutral, straighten out. Go through 10 of those. Yeah, keep the head between the arms. So you're just like framing the head. Nice job. Trust that front leg. There's a big bend in it. The outside of that hip is working a ton to keep that rotation in the hip. Nice job. Good. Go through 10 of those. Excellent. All right. And because we always do plank stuff, we'll finish with this big plank variation. So let me put this down on the ground since we're going down. So hands are going to go down onto the ground and feet go back. So you're just in this straight arm plank. You're just alternating. Right foot steps up wide, left foot steps up wide. Go through 10 of those, 5 on each side, whatever wide is to you. Nice job. 5 on each side. From there, I'll turn my plank. Walk the hands back to the feet. Root the heels down. And see if you can just bring the hands up off the ground. So either the hips are high or the hips are low. Whatever works here. All right, from wherever you are, bring the arms around back behind you and bring around in front. So you're gonna do 5 of those. Nice job. Good. 5 of these, and then we'll go back to that plank. Walk the hands back out. Regular plank. All right, this time, step the foot wide, twist towards that leg, both hands back down, and switch. Wide step, twist towards that bent knee, both hands down, return. You're almost done. Wide step, twist, plank, return. Wide step, twist. So like 2 or 3 more on each one. Again, 10 is like a suggestion. As long as you're even. I guess it wouldn't be enough that you'd walk in circles. I used to always joke that would happen. Oh, I have not heard this song in a while. I don't know if you guys can even hear the music. It's fairly comical. All right, so from there, you're in your plank. Walk the hands back to the feet. You're in that low hold. Bring one arm up to the ceiling and switch. Other arm up to the ceiling and switch. 5 on each side. 10 total. Nice job. We'll do one more pretty easy plank and then you're done. All right, from there, walk the hands back out to a plank. Drop the hips to the ground. Chin up to the ceiling. My knees are on the ground. Tops of the feet are on the ground. Shift back into child's pose. Take a deep breath. And then go back into that. Drop the hips, arch the back, chin up. Shift the weight back. Tuck the knees. We'll do that one more time. Drop the hips, arch the back, chin up, eyes up. Shift the weight back. Nice, and then come up onto the toes. Walk the hands all the way back to the feet, hips are high. Walk the hands around to the left heel, pull, twist. If your fingertips aren't on the ground, you can just rotate around, like grab that calf. Same thing on the other side. You're just swinging around to the other side. So we're trying to stretch out the lower abs, lower back. Do that one more time each way. Big rotation around. If the fingertips can go down to the ground, you can bend the knees and walk the hands around, go to the other side. And then come up and out of that slowly. And then one foot, let's see, now you can see our heads. Okay, actually I want you to see my ankles. Okay, so one foot, let's do left leg, left foot. Left foot's rooted down. Last thing, I promise, this is a stretch. Step forward, roll onto the top of the foot. So you get this big stretch in the top of the foot, and then flip that foot over, heel down, bend that knee. So if you can see my foot, you're going onto the top of the foot, heel down, bend the knee. So it's a big Achilles stretch. Go through 5 of those each way. Top of the foot, back of the heel. 5 each way, big stretch through the top of the foot, bend the knees, stretch out the Achilles. Yeah, nice job. Good, same thing on the other side. So you should feel like right now if you walked around, one ankle feels pretty solid and the other is different. Same thing, flip the foot forward, stretch out the top of the foot. Go back onto the heel, bend the knees, stretch out the calf, stretch out the Achilles. Go through 4 or 5 of each of those. I promise this is actually the last thing. I apparently say that a lot. For real, this is the last thing. Who was that, Cisco?
I think that's right.
Cisco, the thong song was just playing. Do not ask what playlist you're on. All right, that's it. You guys should feel good. Ankles should feel good. Hips good. Well done, guys. Good to see everybody. Have a good one.
Peace.
All right.